We are going to be going through the lesson Finding the Whole from the Part, which is page 28 in book 7.2. We're going to walk through how to find the whole from a number. So in this example, they tell us that 2/3 of a number is 100. So if we were to start with our fraction 2/3, would 100 be the part or the whole for the second fraction? So 100 would be the part. Now, for us to get to 100, what would we do? To get from 2 to 100, we'd need to multiply by 50, which means we're going to do the same thing to the bottom. And that's going to give us 150. So the number is 150. So 2/3 of 150 is 100, right? We could replace a number with 150. Question 1 asks us to find the number. So they'll start off with an example like 2/5 of a number is 4. How will I set up my two fractions? So we would set it up as 2/5 equals 4 over our unknown. And then to fill that in, we know that we need to multiply by 2 to get from 2 to 4. So we'll do the same to the bottom. So 5 times 2 is 10. So the number is 10. Question 2 gives us a variety of word problems where we have a box that has red and blue beads. We need to find the total number of beads in each box. So this is going to change for all of the examples that they give us. The first example will be that 3/4 of the beads are red. It then tells us that 6 beads are red. If we're to follow our format where we've been writing two fractions, we would have 3 out of 4. And what do we know for our second fraction? We know that 6 beads are red, so that's going to be our part. Now, here's where we solve. How do we get from 3 to 6? Go ahead, Ethan. We're going to multiply by 2, so we'll do the same to the bottom, and that's going to leave us with 8. So there are 8 beads in total. Question number 3 is about Ron and Lisa, and they share a sum of money. Ron receives 2/5 of the money, and Lisa receives $24. So we have to figure out what fraction of the sum does Lisa receive. How could we figure this out? So Lisa would have 3/5, because if we're trying to figure out 2/5 plus what gives us the whole number, gets us to 5 out of 5, we have 3/5. Part B asks, how much money do Ron and Lisa share? So we know Lisa has 3/5, and that is $24. What would I need to do to figure out how much money they share? So you might notice that 24 divided by 3 is 8, and that helps you know what you're multiplying to get there, right? So Lisa, 1/5 of the money is 8, so if she has 3/5, that would be 24, and then you could add Ron's parts, which is 2 groups of 8, which is 16, which gives us 40. To double check if this is right, we could just use an equivalent fraction as well. So we could go, okay, 3 times 8 is 24, so 5 times 8 is 40. And that gives us the total at the bottom here, that together they had $40. The rest of this page is all word problems where you're using these strategies, so I'll let you try them out on your own, and if you need some help, you can reach out to me.